Oh brother, if you thought the oil memes were crazy last time, just wait till you see what we're cooking up today. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we got our trains moving and grooving all the way to the Gold Coast to set up our new oil production plant here. And we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently here, where instead of just bringing the oil back to base, we're gonna process it on location so that we just bring back rubber in the train. Because considering how we wanna go about making rubber, we need an insane amount of water. And I don't wanna deal with that more at base. Especially when we're pretty much in the ocean building an oil plant. May as well use what's around, right? Right. Oh, and also we got our first lizard doggo. Oh, ain't he cute? And I asked you guys what we should name him, and you guys voted on Ollie. Except spelt like oily, but we're gonna call him Ollie, okay? And he is going to be the warden of the fuel plants here while we're constructing things so that nobody steals our stuff, right buddy? Right. Oh, and he gave us flowers. What a cutie. Oh, you're so cute. There you go. You can even keep them and play around with them. Isn't that fun? Wait, where did you find the plastic tray? Were you stealing fix-it trays from us? You goon. Should have expected it. That's okay. It's a thought that counts. Anyway though, we're gonna be working on this a lot today. There is obviously an entire factory to build here. And so, we gotta get moving and grooving. Number 1, remember to leave a like. It helps me out a lot, thank you guys. But actually, we're not gonna be working on the oil part per se. I wanna make an airport launcher area because we have to go from one side of the map to the other to work on this project. And taking the train takes about 2.5 minutes. Whereas if we flew, it would take about 2.5 seconds. So we're gonna be making ourselves a hypertube airport. And I have a plan for this tower as well. So the purpose of this, again, is to have the airport. So we need a way to get up super high into the sky. Then we need a hypertube launcher that launches us across the map. So it's like 2 parts to this. And the first part needs to look good because the tall tower is gonna be like the front face of this structure. Like if ever we're coming to see this again, we're gonna be coming across this train track here, right? And the tower is right there to see. So we gotta look at least decent, right? So we gotta have a cool plan in place, and oh man, do I have a cool plan. So since this is a 5x5 platform, what we're gonna end up doing here is adding in these big ol' blocks. There we go, and they're all evenly spaced. Then, we're gonna add on some ramps to them, just like so. And then for the actual main part of the tower's design, this is gonna be pretty much it. It's just gonna be big ol' foundations going up as high as we need. Yeah, so this isn't gonna look too bad. It's pretty simple, but we can add in more detail with balconies and such once our factory behind it gets going. But for now, this'll work. And once we add on like the actual foundation that touches the ground, it'll look even better. But now we have another problem. So we have the design that will carry us up into the sky, but how do we get up? So obvious number 1, we could just have a hypertube kind of circling these towers going all the way up. Or we can make a hypertube launcher down here, and that will launch us to the platform we want to go to. So is this the best idea? Nope. Is this extremely dangerous? Yup. Should we actually do this? No. Are we gonna do this? You better believe it. Alright, so there we go. It's a relatively simple design that I hope works, but in principle, what happens is you enter it here, you go around in this loop for such a long time that you gain exponential speed, and eventually, your character model just breaks, you get sucked into this hypertube at like breakneck speeds, and whoop, we just go up. Now, this design isn't as powerful as just putting like a bunch of hypertube entrances in a row. At least I haven't been able to make it that powerful. So I'm hoping we don't get launched into space and die, because, well, obviously that would be awful. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add in this bin, dump our stuff, and test it out. Okay, so I'm giving this about a 10% chance it straight up works, 80% chance it fails, And another 10% chance where it works too well, and we die. Okay, I hate being a guinea pig. Let's go. Build in, build in, build in, until suddenly, oh, strange. It seems we got launched like through this or something. We went out the right wall. One more try here. Maybe it just bugged out. Maybe the physics have changed. I don't know. Just give it a quick try. And route this way. Okay. It's being spoopy and unreliable. Oh, wait, no, it is not. This is literally perfect. Literally perfect. I can't believe it. Dude, actually, I really can't believe it. That's like the perfect height too. It's just over the cliffs, it's over this arc thing. Cool, so now we just have to measure out this tower. Oh, well, going all the way up, and GG. Alrighty, so I've done a little bit of work, a little bit of detailing, and wow. Something has changed. After all of my work was said and done, it seems that the hypertube launcher has had double the strength it did before. Cool. Lots. Why? It's never happened. I've tried this, I've been using it like 100 times, building this huge tower here, and now suddenly, I don't know, I guess it just decided to perform exponentially better this time. All right, well, we're not gonna plan on that. We'll accept it as is and keep the design we have right now, because it looks pretty cool. Yeah, again, it's just like I described before, just it added in a few like foundation frames in between a couple of walls to give it a little bit of a look. In the bottom part, I just made like the quote unquote legs, fins, or whatever you wanna call them, a little bit taller here. And that's that. Now we gotta work on the top. Then I guess just this hypertube down here is just a hypertube lottery. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes we bash our head into a wall. And other times, we're just gonna be shot out to like space. But at least it works eventually. And is it working properly this time? Nope. Now what is going on, man? Why? I've used this so many times. It was not going this high before. I actually just have no clue. The physics behind this like looped hypertube launcher bewilders me. That is not reliable. Usually it goes exactly to here. Okay, you know what? We're giving it, no, I have to do this. One more try. All right, this has to be it, right? Please. Yes, finally, the proper height. That makes us land right here. Okay, so 99.99999% of the time, that's how it works, because that's how I built this whole tower. Every time it's gone to here, I hit record, and then suddenly we're going freaking Spaceman Jim. Oh, the YouTube life, eh? Anyway here, we gotta make the top pretty interesting now. Shouldn't be too bad. We could do something like we've been doing with other areas and support work, and just having these go out. About right there, please, and thank you. And this will support like some giant platform that's up above. So we'll go about to here. That's pretty good. This will come out to here, or maybe to here, or maybe we could add in the ramps. There we go, and it's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool indeed. We'll have this on all 4 sides, and then go from there. All right, yeah, that's looking really, really good. It's simple like the rest of the tower, but it serves a purpose, and we can build our launcher on top of there. In fact, you know what? We could even use this design in other places in the world too. Like if we end up building over there, we could build one of these towers over there. We'd have one in the Green Hills biome, over at the Blue Crater Lake. Yeah, because we have all 4 directions as well, right? So we could have a launcher that goes over to that area, to our base, to over there, like everywhere. Ooh, and we can have our airport network work like this. Dude, we will most likely do that. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time here, and let's just build our hypertube launcher that gets us back to base. So over at our train base over there, we had to use 15 hypertubes to get us back to base. So 15 hypertubes from A to B. So we'll probably want about 20 then to get from where we're at back to base. Okay, so this looks horrifically dangerous. It will absolutely get us to the other side of the map. It's probably gonna send us right over the map though. Yep, 99% sure. We're gonna give it a shot. Stuff is put away. We can rebuild what I have on me. YOLO. Oh yeah, we're right out of space time. Yep. We are going exponentially fast, vertically. Hello, base. Good. Wait. Wait. Oh no. Oh, there's no way. The sound cues didn't even have a chance. Wait, we're not even dropping yet. I think we're in orbit. I don't think I've gotten into orbit yet. That's pretty cool. Huh. Oh, hey, it's me, Kibitz. Orbital satellite. Oh, and I'm gone. Sad. Well, that was nobly stupid. Let's relax this a lot. Probably take off about 4 of the entrances here and try it again. Like how these hypertube launchers work is like our speed increases exponentially. So it's like 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 4 is 16, 16 times 16, etc, etc, etc. At least how I think that's how it works. So if we only take off 4, we might be good. Maybe 5, but then it's 15. No, let's try this out. Yeah, we have to get across the entire map. It's a distance. Let's throw away as much as we can. And ride it again, brother. Okay. I think we're good. Can I slow down? No, we're still kind of exponential. Oh, game's kind of fixing itself. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah, I was slowing. I was like holding back the whole time there. It's looking like we're good. Holding back. I pressed so hard on like the keyboard to try and slow down, but it doesn't matter. Oh. Hey, we made it. We're all good. Maybe we can even get rid of one more hyper tube launcher on there too. Make it a little bit weaker and it'll be perfect. Oh man though. You know what's not perfect? Our oil setup. Oh my goodness. You guys thought that changing 300 oil into 520 rubber was a good deal? Wrong. Well, actually you guys knew that wasn't a good deal. You told me so in the comments and alerted me to something even better, which can make even more rubber from our crude oil. The only thing is it's highly, highly complicated. So what we're gonna be doing now is we're actually gonna be using this recipe instead of making the resin. Because as you saw from last episode, the resin can be turned into rubber. You use the heavy oil residue to make fuel and recycle the fuel with more like other stuff and make more rubber. Yeah, well anyway, you can check out last episode to check that out. Mainly, we're gonna be switching over to this, which focuses on making more heavy oil residue now, and then a little bit of resin. And oh my goodness, never in a million years would I have looked at this recipe and thought it was better. So thank you guys in the comments and in my live stream chat for helping me out with this. But here's a diagram I sent on Twitter that kind of shows the entire process. So we make the heavy oil residue, and we turn most of it into fuel, and then a lot of it into residual rubber. Then we turn the rubber into plastic, and then from there, we take all the fuel and all of the plastic and turn it into rubber. And we go from 300 crude oil to 900 rubber, which is like insane. But as you can tell from this entire like diagram here, the whole system is like super, super omega complex and uses an insane amount more refineries than our first setup that we made last time. And with this system, every single 300 line of crude oil will need 70 refineries to make this work. But not only that, since we have 1,200 crude oil over in this area, that means we need to build that system 4 times, meaning we need 280 refineries over here to make it work out properly. Oh no, oh no, 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 we're going off the map. Why are the hypertubes being unreliable? Dude! Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. Okay, now that time it launched us at the proper speed. Okay, goodness gracious. So like I was saying, we need pretty much 300 refineries, which is just unbelievable. Oh my goodness, and this factory area is going to be huge. And if we actually do this a lot more, we're gonna be going with like making these refinery outposts a lot more often. Because man, we cannot fit. How much oil is in the map? 3,000? I'm thinking of like putting all the refineries in our base, considering this like new method here. And there's about 7,500 oil in the map, divided by 300 is how many crude oil pipes. Every crude oil pipe needs 70 refineries, so in total it would be 1,750 refineries in our base. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Okay, so we're gonna be having a lot of fun building outposts for oil. At least when we're making rubber and plastic. Then we'll figure out what to do in base. Anyway, as for this area, now that we're switching things up and following that diagram, this whole system has to be changed. So I'll switch this all out to the other recipe, making the heavy oil residue. I'll gut all of the belts and craziness here. We won't need this crazy load balancer anymore, which is fine. And then we'll start kind of again. And all right, we're pretty much back to where we started at the beginning of the video. So we have all of the oil being processed into heavy oil residue. We have to have 20 refineries now to process it all. That's all right. And now we just go through the plan we had last time. So pretty much that's in, we're making all the fuel and I guess all of the plastic over here. Then we'll make some rubber over in this spot. And then all the way down the beach here, we'll start making the rest of the rubber. So we have to make some rubber and plastic to utilize the fuel and do the recycling as part of the diagram. And yeah, what I plan to do here is just follow that diagram pretty closely and also just focus on one 300 line. Because even with 300 crude oil being processed, we're dealing with 70 freaking refineries. And if we just do one set of them, we can figure out the actual layout and design of this whole factory area. And once we can do that, we can scale it up, build and decorate, and rock and roll. So, yeah, just gonna set up some platforms over here, start building all the extra sets of refineries, and see what happens. Okay, and what happened is I figured out how insane this project is. Yeah, 85 refineries? Pretty crazy. And also, the crazy loop-de-loop of belts and freaking pipes is just, oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. There's like decimal points and all this craziness trying to get like perfect ratios, but at the end of the day, it all works out. And like generally speaking, like having a nice diagram keeps things pretty simple. So we started over here. This is where we make the heavy oil residue. The heavy oil residue goes all the way in here, where it combines with packaged water into the fuel, the diluted fuel. We then unpack the diluted fuel, and the fuel starts rocking and rolling down this way, over into these refineries, where it's used in recycled plastic, and then all that recycled plastic goes into these refineries, where it turns into the rubber finally. And to make the recycled plastic, we also need a little bit of rubber too. So what we have to do is we have to send some of the rubber from here back into the system, up over this way, over to here, and into there. And also, we get a little bit of rubber too from this platform, because we get some polymer resin from the heavy oil area, and that resin goes to here. It takes a little bit of water, a little bit of resin, makes some rubber, that's recycled into plastic, and again, into rubber again. It's super confusing, I know. The numbers are wild, but it works. Well, actually, I don't really know. It should work. At the end of the day, we end up with two 450 lines. So the 900 rubber per minute. And we're gonna organize all the train and rubber stuff in this little spot eventually. Again, we have to see if it works, and also, this is just for one oil node. Just one oil node. All this insanity. But oh my goodness, it will be so much easier to build this up now and kind of get an idea for how to design the rest of the factory because we have the actual layout now. Yeah, it's pretty neat. We might move our little hypertube tower into the middle of the factory because we seem to have a little bit of space there. But we'll see how everything turns out. Right now is the moment of truth. We're gonna turn on the power and see what explodes or what doesn't explode. So Ollie, give us strength and hopefully a power shard. Oh, it's a good omen, brother. Okay, so now when we power this baby on, everything just works. Oh my goodness. If something actually breaks, I'm gonna be upsetty. Spaghetti. But here we go. Power is on. Oil. Moving and grooving. Okay, one of the issues could be the pressure. Pressure's looking fine. 300 oil per minute. Okay, how's this looking? There's no power to these areas. Okie dokie, that's not a huge issue. At this point in time, dude, can we make a power pole? Oh my gosh, we're out of stuff. Is there a power pole nearby? We need to see everything else running. I need to see the heavy oil residue getting packed and all that jazz. Okay, we'll count that as good. We'll fix it later. This is moving, it's getting oil. Good, I'm seeing some blue. Some shiny, shiny blue. Excellent, that means we also have the residue. Right? Wrong, this isn't powered. There we go, now it is. Do the thing, pumps. Do the thing. They are doing the thing. Little by little. I don't even think we need those, but you know what, doesn't matter. We have them. I just want them to work. Please. All right, this is going over here. Excellent. Got all the casters loaded up, ready to go. And they would be going if this was actually powered. Good job, me, thanks, me. And I don't have any stuff to make another power pole. Wow, everything's working out great here. All right, thankfully, found a little bit more here. And that's fine. This is all part of the plan, by the way. Just to let some of the heavy oil residue build up. And now we connect you to there. Good, good, and the canisters are loading up. It's beautiful. I actually love seeing the full belts of canisters moving and grooving. It's so nice. All right, we should be getting water here. For some reason we're not. Is the water just not flowing yet? Most likely the case. Or the power's not on. No, the power's on. I just forgot pumps. Oh boy, I love running around and finding problems. And honestly, that's not even a joke. At least when we find like obvious problems, it's like, all right, we can fix that and move along. It's the problems you don't understand, well, that's when it gets spooky. All right, we're seeing that beautiful green though. Cool, canisters moving, grooving, water moving out. Good, and then by the end of the line here, we should be seeing some packaged fuel, or unpackaged fuel. Should be packaged, right? This one's green, so it should be working, yes? Oh yeah, look at that, plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Good. That's making the fuel, but it's not getting unloaded. Oh boy. Oh boy. Problem number infinity. It's like 5 a.m. right now. Please forgive these simple mistakes. I'm a tired boy. Okay, but that next issue is fixed. The fuel is flowing, and now the fuel should be turning into some pretty plastic. That's not pretty plastic. That's the wrong thing. Why is this all here? What is going on? This is all supposed to be... yes. Good job there, Kibitz, on the output. That's the output. That's the input. Yes, quiet. This doesn't even have power. Okay, and another problem fixed here. And honestly, we are running out of problems to have because now that we're recycling the rubber here, or at least trying to, thank you very much. We are making plastic, and the plastic goes out this way, or this way, sorry, and then combines with the fuel to be recycled into rubber. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It finally works, dude. You see, not much more could have gone wrong. We're on the final step. Easily done. It wasn't easily done. This was insane. This is one of the most complicated projects I think I've ever worked on since like The Beast in season 1. This has been quite truly insane. But we got it at least working. Now, big problem here is since every step we checked had an issue, I am near certain that there are some other hidden issues around here, and I have to obviously fix them up before we move on. So we're gonna have to call it here for today. But don't worry, Ollie. Everything worked out thanks for the rocks. And it is working. So hopefully, if everything measures out correctly, next time what we can do is we can actually quadruple what you see before you, add in some decorations, and get this whole factory finished up and the rubber sent back to base so that we can finally get to crystal oscillators. Hopefully, next time. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.